welcome back. This is Camilla, and recently I dyed my hair back to black. What do you think? Today, let's dive into a famous and tragic event in recent Chinese history. The 1991 Taiyuan Stampede and the haunting legend behind it. The date September 24th, 1991 was a day of sorrow for the people of Taiyuan in Shanxi province, China, because a massive stampede at Yingze Park resulted in over 100 deaths. But what makes this tragedy even more chilling are the strange occurrences reported on that day. So could this massive sighting be real? Let's find out. In September 1991, the largest lantern festival in Asia, called the Light of Beihai, was hosted in Yingze Park, Taiyuan City, Shanxi Province, China. Since entertainment options were scarce and very limited in the early 90s, and also due to its rich historical background, Shanxi Province had a long history of celebrating the Lantern Festival since the Tang Dynasty. Therefore, this event was highly anticipated, drawing not just locals, but also visitors from other provinces. And with huge success like this, the event organizers never imagined this joyful celebration would eventually turn into a nightmare. Over 70,000 people crammed into the park, and the famous 7-arch bridge inside the park was packed with visitors. As people pushed and shoved, chaos ensued, leading to a catastrophic stampede. This celebration turned into a living hell, within just a second. People were trapped, unable to move. Some were trampled to death, while others suffocated under the crush of bodies. And those who tried to escape by jumping into the lake drowned, pulling others down with them in their desperate attempts to survive. Rescue workers later recalled finding bodies tangled together underwater. Blood was everywhere. The bridge was littered with corpses and human internal organs, creating a massive, gruesome sight. Official reports states that 105 people died, with 108 injured. Over 80% of the victims were women. In fact, it is not uncommon for stampedes to have a high female casualty rates due to our physical condition are more vulnerable in such situations. But do you know what makes this thing truly eerie? As technology advanced and the internet emerged, many who had experienced this tragedy shared a common bizarre memory of this event. It's the appearance of the words female death in the sky. Around 6 p.m. on that day, before the stampede occurred, a clear Chinese character word represents woman was formed by clouds appear in the sky above the park. And from the picture, we can see this single character was distinct, surrounded by faint cloud formations. Some people later interpreted that the clouds underneath it as letters, but some also claimed it was actually the Chinese word death. And these sightings spread quickly, adding a layer of superstition and fear to this tragedy. So from the eerie words female death, people believed it was actually the heaven was calling for its maidens. That is why most of the victims of this stampede were female. Following this incident, tales of water ghosts haunting Yingze Lake also began to circulate. Locals claimed that every boat reaching the lake's center would mysteriously capsize. And ever since the stampede, there were accidents happened by that lake every year. Therefore, with all these bizarre supernatural rumors, after all these years, the Taiyuan Stampede still remains one of China's most talked about paranormal events. Whether you believed in supernatural or not, the tragedy's legacy is still undeniable. And finally, what do you think? Were these mass sightings real or just a product of collective hysteria? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And finally, thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.